So you want to know how Hitman Bingo works? Let me explain. In Hitman Bingo, two players will face off to complete a number of randomised tiles on a 5x5 bingo board. The first player to complete the necessary amount of tiles takes the map and the all-important point. Tiles can range from obtaining a disguise, interacting with an item, picking up an item, or pacifying a specific NPC. There are two types of bingo that will be played in the tournament. Number 1, Lockout Bingo. A head-to-head race to complete a total of 10 tiles from the board. Whoever completes an objective first locks out the square and their opponent can no longer claim that objective. This one is all about strategy. Do you try and take easy tiles before your opponent gets them, or do you think outside the box? Number 2, Non-Lockout Bingo. In this mode, both players can claim the same tile in a race to complete 2 full lines of 5 squares from the board. Lines can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, and squares can be completed in any order. Additional rules. All players must start in a suit location and can only bring in or smuggle items that make up part of 47's default loadout. An ICA variant pistol, fiber wire, and coins. Target kills can be made at any point in the run using any available method unless a tile states otherwise. All secondary objectives must also be completed. Finally, a tile can only be completed if the player has green guns when the objective is met. Each map will run with a 45-minute timer and the first to finish takes the point. This is Hitman Bingo. Good evening, welcome to Hitman Bingo. This is a semi-final match between JokerJ and some random person. We appear to be having a few little issues with the overlay right now, but hopefully that will sort itself out. Joker is in red and some random person is in green. And we should be getting going shortly. I have a co-cast with me today, which is Cab.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Yeah, so we should be getting going pretty soon. Unfortunately, my overlay is not working, so I can't see the timer. I don't know if your overlay is working.
Yeah, no, mine isn't exactly working either, so we both have problems.
We're going to have to get Curry furiously typing away again to try and fix. Let's just refresh the streams. Both players should be active.
Both players do seem to be active indeed, both on the Whittleton Creek startup screen.
So I'm going to, once they start going, we'll just have to assume that that is a sign that they've started. I'm assuming, I think Yanni is our admin, and I'm assuming he will start us up as normal. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. So this is Lockout, and it's first to 1.5 points. Both players have gone, so I'm going to reveal the cover. And we don't have a bingo card.
Well then.
So we're just going to have to guess at what they're going for here. We haven't seen a Whittleton Creek. I don't believe. I personally haven't seen a Whittleton Creek, so I don't know any of the tiles on the Whittleton Creek board. Joker is going for a generator.
I do seem to recall that there are multiple disguise tiles on Whittleton Creek.
Yeah,
like,
so it looks like he's
example,
going straight for the hammer, and he's probably going to get his first clue here as well.
Exactly, disguising yourself as Hammer. But again, I myself still don't have the bingo card, so I still don't know. Let's see, some random person disguising themselves in the Archean robe, while JokerJ just recently did a restart here.
Ooh, there we go, we have a board.
Do we have a board?
So now we can see up, so we can see straight away, okay, so Joker has become Spencer the Hammer. Some random person has triggered the singing fish and has equipped the Archean robes. He's gone quite a different strategy. He's actually gone for some of the kind of items on Janus's side of the map and looks to be going for Janus first, whereas Joker is on Nolan's side of the map. Oh, but he's got a jobby on Batty there.
Damn.
Not too much of an issue because obviously you keep your tiles in lockout, even if you restart.
Yeah, and that is a very good thing with lockout, isn't it?
Yeah. We've had the idea floated of even going for tiles and coming back and doing the targets on some maps. You could come back and do the targets, just restart and do the target straight away, and almost like a speed run on the targets. But I'm not sure that's overly applicable for Whittleton Creek. I mean, the targets aren't. Some of the targets, like you can see here, like Randy is getting Janus after using the gramophone, which is also a tile. So. And become Janus's bodyguard is also a tile, so he's going to have another one in the bag straight away.
Which will leave him with a 3-point lead over Joker, which is incredibly powerful.
It is. We have also seen how quickly it can turn around as well, though, so it's still anyone's game. And of course, depending on I haven't seen how they've gone for Nolan, but you would assume a taser in the mailbox would be the obvious choice, but I haven't actually seen. Actually, Joker looks like he might have a bomb down by that car. Yeah, it's okay. So Joker's going to blow up the car for Nolan, which is another viable strategy.
Meanwhile, some random person has just subdued and is currently dragging the body of a bodyguard and has now equipped their disguise.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, so I was reading that wrong. Become Janus's bodyguard was actually, yeah, of course, Janus's bodyguard is actually a separate outfit to Gunther, isn't it? So.
Well, it might have been, but I still don't see some random person having claimed that tile.
No, maybe just a little bit of delay. Meanwhile, Joker has claimed the blow up a fire extinguisher and has also killed Nolan in the process.
Some random person has equipped the Become Janus's bodyguard tile now.
Okay, so he's just noticed it. It's going to open.
Or it might have been just some delay. We don't know for sure. Let's see. JokerJ just picked up the legal documents from Batty's house. That's one clue down for him.
Yeah, so he's got the lawsuit documents is also a block, whereas Randy has gone for block 2 moleholes, so he's definitely going for as many as he can on. He's probably assumed straight away that Joker's going to go for the default side of the map, like Nolan's side, so as for, right, well, I can go on the Janus side of the map and probably rattle through a few squares there as well.
Neato.
Oh, Joker just opened the door right into James Batty's face. It's another rip
No.
there, unfortunately. You're saying it's not quite as much of an issue, but that does put him behind on the secondary objective, obviously picking up the clues, which is the kind of killer on this map, really.
Yeah, especially considering how some random person has 2 clues and 1 target down even.
Yeah. I didn't see which clues he's got. He's got the picture. What was the second clue that he picked up? The robes.
Oh, that would have been the robes.
Yeah, so he's got one more clue, which could be the lawsuit, I think. Which is I can never remember which different clue gives you which one, so I'm not entirely sure which third clue he needs.
I believe the cigar box is the one that confirms the constant
right. Okay. Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, because there's like 8 clues and they kind of double up into individual clues. So yeah, I think Infun just saying as well, constant meeting confirmed. So yeah, I think that is the cigar box.
And I think it's also
It'll be another one as well.
A tape of sorts, either audio or video.
Which is probably a little bit too out there for this, isn't it?
It's not exactly a popular clue to collect.
So Randy is 7-5 up. Looks like blow up the scooter. Joker's just got, yep. So now 7-6. Randy's kind of hit a little bit of a roadblock now as he's coming back over to the other side of the map.
You could possibly maybe go for a rake and try to pacify someone with that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got two there. You've got turn on the basement sound system and pull the book to open the secret door, which are literally in the same room, pretty much. Like that's if you've got a crowbar to get into the Hanson house, you could get both of those almost instantly. Whether they will notice that.
Let's see. It seems like both players got themselves a paddle to pacify.
Yeah.
Their own NPCs, but some random person seems to have been the first one to actually pacify the NPC and claim the tile.
Yeah, and that must be awkward when you got the item in your hand and then you suddenly see the tile get ticked off. That's the beauty of lockout, I think.
Oof, beauty and absolute dismay.
It looks like Randy's also going for the 2 knives, which you can pick that knife up without having to distract them. But he's going for the safe route. As long as you crouch, there we go. So he's got one, and the second one was in the kitchen, was in Janus's kitchen. So I'm assuming he's got that one as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did I? Or maybe I missed. Did I see? I thought I saw 2. Yeah, collect 2 kitchen knives is on there. So maybe he didn't pick up the second one there, or maybe I'm misremembering. Joker's just about. Oh, how did he? Okay, he got spotted by one of the guys outside the garage there. So he's got another reset.
Ah, that's rough.
Really on the back foot here.
I just realized some random person has 9 tiles. 10 tiles is what was needed to win, right?
Yeah.
Or well, to
so
actually exit.
Yeah, so it's 10, all the targets and all the secondary objectives. So he's going for the cigar box. So he's got all his clues. He's got to take out Nolan, which I'm not sure. Again, not sure how he's planning on getting Nolan. I don't know if he's got a micro taser. But he does have 9 tiles. I'm trying to work out. I mean, probably the easiest one now would be the kitchen knives or the rake, I would say, of the ones that are left.
Possibly to
assuming that the pacifying of the rake doesn't have to be done by placing it on the floor. I assume that is just to pacify.
I mean, I assume so as well, but I don't know for sure, so I don't dare to say.
Okay, so Randy's actually made the Nolan's second cycle into the garage there, which is very good timing.
Not bad. I was also going to say that Randy could possibly go for the pacify someone with a golf club tile, and then just as I was about to say that, Joker pacified someone with the golf club.
Okay, where is the golf? I missed where the golf club is. Is that in one of the garages?
I'm not sure.
And actually, yeah, again, learning stuff from. Oh yeah, it must be in the garage there because he's pacified the hammer with it. So. Yeah, again, learning where things are on the maps through bingo is seems to be the theme for me this tournament.
Ooh, Randy might be going for the disguise herself as Sheriff Masterson tile, or maybe wait, no, I'm not sure. He's got food here.
I mean, he's got the mailman or Sheriff Masterson. The problem with both those is obviously that you don't have a any sort of calmer here, so you can't trank them. He's gonna go for muffins. Now, if I'm right, there is about 7 here. Yeah, there's 7 here, and the other 3, I believe, are in Helen's kitchen.
I think so as well, yeah.
Make sure you don't throw one at somebody for any reason.
Oh, that's a whoosh. That's 2 whooshes.
That's probably that might have actually helped him out. Gonna go for he's just gonna pacify him. He could even take his outfit, free entry to the house.
He might walk into the window and do that. Yeah,
I think I mean, he can roam freely in the house in that, because technically that is a guard disguise and not a standard gardener. One of the strange quirks of that disguise.
I
There
do
you go.
like
So he
that.
has the 10 muffins.
Oh no, Joker just ripped. Joker just had to restart. I think he got spotted.
Yeah, I think this is very firmly in Randy's hand now, unless something goes very wrong here on his way to the exit. I mean, he's got this exit here. The keys are obviously on the construction worker at the back, or if he runs just past Sheriff Masterson there is a crowbar sitting right next to him, which I think is what he's going for. Yes, there's a crowbar. You can grab that crowbar and get out through the manhole.
Right.
Something that a lot of people overlook, that one. But yeah, that's a nice, easy way to get out. Should be fine here. Very, very rare you get spotted. And that is going to be 1-0 to Randy.
GG's.
Well played. Joker
was
just
well
getting
played.
tripped up with a few rips. That's on Whittleton Creek particularly, with having to do all the clues as well. It's a bit of a tough one because the clues take up a lot of time. So if you rip here, you've got to go back and do them all again, which is kind of probably the only map where that is really the case.
Yeah, it's Whittleton Creek's a trip.
It's an interesting. I believe that's the first time we've seen it in the tournament. If I'm right, some very interesting tiles in there.
Actually, we've seen Whittleton Creek in the Yanini versus some random person match back in April 8th.
Okay, so he has played it before, and I obviously didn't get to see that cast.
I was actually the co-caster for that match, so I have seen Whittleton Creek before.
So you knew some of the tiles. So overlay's not been updated yet, but that will go to 1-0 very shortly, and we will reset. I'm going to put the cover back on the bingo board. And yeah, that was a good round. Yeah, I say good different strats. So Randy started over on Janus's side and kind of focused on all the tiles he could over that side, possibly assuming that Joker would go for Nolan's side. So there's a good, interesting mix of strats there.
Yeah. Now, it is worth noting that whoever wins this semi-final will have to meet up either Kay Canella or Fanium from the second semi-final, which will be tomorrow. Now, both of our players here, or actually both of our matches, so to say, have chosen Whittleton Creek and Mendoza as the first two maps to be actually played.
Yeah, it seems like maybe people have been storing up Whittleton Creek for the later rounds.
To be fair, that's understandable, considering, all the clues and stuff that we've talked about earlier.
Yeah, people may be thinking if they rip, if the other person rips, they've got a long way to go to get the clues back. So in theory, all you've got to do is not rip, which easier said than done. But
easier said than done, indeed.
Joker just preloading into Mendoza. He is on a PS5, so his load times are pretty quick anyway. But just loading in, just to be sure. And we should be getting going pretty soon. Let me just check the... We don't have an exact time, but we should be going very soon, I imagine.
Oh, we don't have an exact time? Huh. Alright.
Good man. Decent for bingo. Yeah, Mendoza come up a lot in as a decider map. I know it's been spun a lot as the RNG map in this tournament, but hasn't been picked all that much. So again, interesting that it's been picked for both the semi-finals again, whether people have been storing it up, thinking it's one of their better maps. I mean, that might be the case.
that people have been storing it up, yeah. But this is just pure speculation on our end.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, either that or they've decided not to use it because they didn't want to use it in the earlier, or weren't confident enough with it in the earlier rounds. But it's an interesting kind of thing to have to do when you have to choose your picks and bans carefully. In any of these types of tournaments.
It is actually kind of funny just how many times Mendoza has actually been spun as an RNG map. I am counting here 5 spins as a decider map, and it's only been played twice as a decider map then.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like Mendoza in general. I can understand why. I'm not overly adverse to it, but yeah, there are a lot of people who don't particularly like Mendoza, which is probably one of the reasons for the low pick rate as well. Oh, and we are going.
Excellent. Both our players are loading in.
Okay, so first tile I always look at is the one in the dead center. Collect 3 soda cans. Now they've got 3 coins, and I'm assuming there must be a vending machine somewhere on this map. I think there is, in fact, by the toilets.
Oh, I'm actually not sure.
So that could be a good one to go straight for. Joker's already got a garden fork. We saw Joker just run through the motions a little bit there, taking out Yates, picking up a few tiles that he was probably hoping came up.
Though Randy might have a chance to catch up now that Joker had to restart, being spotted by one of the guards.
And Randy's just going to wait. So he's going to drop the... Oh, he got both the hanging plants there with 1 bullet. Very impressive.
That was a very nice shot, yeah.
Stick that on the highlight reel.
Somebody clip that.
Joker's also become a mercenary. I'm seeing a few instantly that I would probably say would be avoided. Things like serve somebody poisoned wine, become a Providence Herald, just because the amount of work to do both of those is going to be quite high. I mean, you could fire the Woodsman Sniper quite comfortably. That's in the attic of the house, and that room is silenced to the rest of the house, as far as I'm aware.
Right. Meanwhile, Joker is busy.
Although actually,
has been busy dropping 2 chandeliers.
Yeah, and I just saw Joker pick up the lethal poisons. He might actually try and combine the serve someone poisoned wine with the Tamara kill, and use her as the person he's poisoning. It's an interesting idea. He's just fired the Bartley.
But the body was, however, spotted, unfortunately.
That's probably because the guy over there just heard that shot and turned around.
Damn.
That was risky. I would take the shot from the attic, personally, or even from the little ledge just outside the attic where nobody can actually get to, because then none of the guards will run up there. Again, things like become the lawyer. If you start in that area, you could go for it. We're not seeing many getting claimed in quick succession. There is a few in the... I mean, Joker's gone for a lot of the ones in the villa. Whereas, again, Randy's kind of going for the ones a little bit further away. He's going to go for collect 5 bottles of wine, which there is 6 of them sitting right here. Picks up 6 for good measure.
You never know. You never know when you could get some use out of wine.
Also a tile. Collect 5 bottles of the same wine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's already... Looks like... I'm not sure how he's getting Tamara.
Randy or Joker?
Randy. I think Joker... I'm guessing Joker is going to go for the poison. Would be my guess, because you can kind of do that remotely to an extent. You don't actually have to be at the bar when she drinks in order for it to count, so he could probably do that and start heading off to do something else.
Right.
And he looks like he might be going down to pick up some grape knives, and he can get quite an easy gaucho down here as well.
Oh, could you theoretically turn on a water pump down here as well by the wine fields?
Turn on the water pump. Yeah. As in the break the wine pump?
No, turn
Or...
on the water pump. Second
Oh yeah, turn on the
column,
water pump.
fifth
Yep, that
row.
looks like that actually looks to be what he's doing right. What Randy's doing right now.
Oh, excellent.
So he's chosen to go down to the grape fields and get a few. Got a can there, and there's a couple of cans around this area. There's one at the back by the main shed, sitting on one of the units, and I believe there is one sitting next to the distiller there in the room.
Meanwhile,
Oh, there you go. Actually, it's on
Joker.
the. So he's got. He's got 3 there. Picks up a grape knife. Second grape knife. So 2 squares instantly blocked off there.
Intriguing. Meanwhile, Joker has gotten himself a waiter disguise and a bottle of Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot.
Pinot Noir, I believe.
Pinot Noir.
Yeah, so he's just going to serve Tamara. So as long as Tamara's on the top floors, she will always head straight down to that drink. As long as when you blend in as the waiter and put the wine there, that triggers her as an automatic lure down to that bar. So now he can run off and she will come down to that bar, see the drink, and she will be gone within a few minutes.
Leaving both a target down and a tile claim for
Yes.
Joker.
He's probably trying to work out now which ones he can go for. With Randy going for a lot of the ones down in the wine area and with the winery workers, it's kind of leaving some of the trickier squares now. He probably knows that some of those squares are already kind of lost. So it's going to be interesting. He's going for a vacuum cleaner there.
Who could also get the grape presser
Yeah.
and breaking the wine pump if he gets the keys and the
It
tools.
looks like
for
that's
both.
what Randy is going for right now, though.
That
so he's
would be
breaking the wine pump there. All he's got to do is turn that, and he's also... There we go. Trying to get his crowbar back. So the wine pump is broken.
And this only leaves 1 tile left for Randy and only 1 target left to take care of.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for the grape presser there. The keys are literally in the next room next to the winery worker for that, but he's obviously choosing a different tile here.
He might be trying to go for some kind of tile that might, I don't know, get him closer to Tamara.
Yeah,
try to
potentially.
eliminate her.
Oh, he's going for the key card by the looks of it. There is a security key card on the... that fire alarm, I've never worked out what that fire alarm does. Because it doesn't seem to distract anybody. That guy, I don't think will move, I believe. I think
Randy
will just
trying
stand
to figure
there.
this out.
Yep, there you go. He's got him to move. He's going to grab that key card. So he will only have Tamara left. Now, he is nearly 8 minutes into the run. He's got to be careful that Tamara hasn't got too far on her route, because she can be very tricky to get if she gets too far onto her route and ends up down by the wine tour. It makes her very difficult to distract. You have to kind of distract everyone in that area. Note she is up on the top ledge, so he might choose to go for the poison. Even if he just uses emetics, he could get her into the toilets for an easy kill, potentially. Joker looks like he might be going for the grape press, decided against it. Or is he just trying to make sure these guys aren't looking?
Let's see. Randy's bumping Tamara on the stairs.
Okay, so he might be going for the kind of standard roulette-y style. So he might be going to just try and get her into the bushes there. He's just got to make sure that her bodyguard is gone.
And also that no NPCs are nearby,
Yeah,
like this old man there.
He's not a real NPC though, so he shouldn't be an issue. Her bodyguard is not moving though. So he's trying to do the opposite and bump the bodyguard enough. Diana's coming back. Whether she reacts, I'm not sure. I think he's kind of lost that opportunity, unfortunately. He could coin lure her. Looks to be what he's going to try. Does have to worry about all those onlooking eyes though, and her bodyguard is going to follow her. So at the very start of the map, her bodyguard doesn't seem to care, but as soon as they get partway through her route, he is then glued to her. Could potentially go for a push here if he distracts the guard.
A push might be a bit risky though, but I'm not sure.
Or he could pacify both here. I don't think you have to worry about those two over there. They're too far out of the way. Just got to make sure nobody over by the Asado pit notices. And while Joker's still on 6 tiles, I think he's just trying to work out. He's just become the bodyguard. That's 7. He's got some trickier tiles, although turn on the photocopiers right here, so that's another one. He chose not to go for the Great Press as well, even though I would say that's quite an easy tile personally, but has chosen not to go for it.
Let's see. He is up by 8 tiles. While some random person.
Did I not see Joker poison Tamara's wine though, and she doesn't appear to have drunk it? Yeah, that could be because she might have got too far on her route.
Yeah, I think Joker actually a bit earlier tried to get themselves back into the waiter disguise and back on the table, blending in.
Joker's got the awkward positioning for Tamara now. She's in a nice little group. She won't be distracted easily. This is a really tricky place to get her.
Oh, dang.
He could combine this with turning on a forklift there, or is that one gone now? No, that one has gone as well.
But the Become a Gaucho tile isn't gone yet.
Yep. And there's a free Gaucho up on the stairs here.
Ooh. Intriguing.
Okay, yeah, Fanium saying that he triggered the Chief Winemaker, which then obviously... Okay, so the Chief Winemaker's kind of mission story overrides her going down to the wine.
Indeed.
But Randy has got Tamara, and he is going to be on his way out. And barring any crazy sort of rip on his way to meet Diana, it should be 2-0.
Please let me dance with her in this disguise.
Yeah, no enforcers nearby. No, nothing.
Yeah, and he is out. So that's going to be 2-0 to Randy, and that's a good result. Joker just didn't seem to be able to get into his stride today. We've seen him in the rest of the tournament, and he's been very fast and very map aware. I know he wasn't a fan of Mendoza, but yeah, he just didn't quite seem to be able to get into his stride, whereas as Randy has just come out all guns blazing, and yeah, I don't think he ripped on either map.
I'm looking at the matches that have been played here, and it seems that this might be... Joker has most likely practiced on both Mendoza and Whittleton Creek, but this is the first time that he's actually playing both maps in an actual match.
He has told me that he very much dislikes Mendoza for bingo. I think that's just a personal preference, but he doesn't. Yeah, he wasn't a fan of Mendoza, so I know he really wasn't looking forward to playing that one. But yeah, GG's to Randy, 2-0. Joker did have 9 tiles at the end there, but the tiles that were remaining were pretty tricky, I would have said, to other than the Great Presser, which I'm surprised neither of them went for. But yeah, in the heat of the moment, you kind
And
of.
I mean, JokerJ did not go down without a fight. JokerJ did some great playing despite the loss, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he got a little bit stuck on Whittleton Creek, a few rips, and on Whittleton Creek, a rip. In Bingo, a rip on Whittleton Creek is probably more hard work than on maybe other maps because of having to go back for the clues again. So it's, yeah, unfortunate, but we do have our first finalist. So some random person will go through to the final. And let's just jump over to the brackets and see if these have been updated. They haven't quite yet, but if we just refresh that. Yes, they have. There we go. So we can see some random person in the final, and he will play the winner of Canetta versus Fanium, which we will see later this evening or crazy early in the morning for me.
Same here. I'm actually planning on perhaps co-casting that match. 7 in the morning.
Yeah, 6 in the morning for me. I definitely won't be up at that time in the morning. It's just switched to the upcoming, and we'll just see that. Just confirmation for that. That is in BST, obviously. So that's 6 a.m. BST, 7 a.m. CEST. And if you want to see that in your own time, it is in the matches channel in the Providence Discord. So that will be, you'll see that in your own time zone. Yeah, I don't think there's much else left to say. Any final thoughts?
Not really. This was a good match. Well played by some random person. And thanks for today.
Yeah, no worries. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's about it from us then. So we will call that a day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you everyone else. And we look forward to seeing you for those of you who can for the next semi-final. The final will be on Sunday, I believe. So the time will be organised for that. And that will be on Sunday. And yeah, we look forward to seeing everybody there.
Agreed.
Right. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.